We are Lincoln Southeast Ars Nova. The first piece that we will be performing is You Make Me Feel So Young, and it is arranged by our very own clinician and Grammy nominee, Jeremy Fox.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel that spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual.
The moment that we speak,
The moment that we speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung, fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel that spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual.
the moment that we speak, I wanna go and play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon.
Oh, you and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. Don't you know you make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung, fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young.
You make me feel so young.
Oh, you make me feel so young.
Hello, our next song will be an arrangement by Michelle Weir entitled If It Could Be. I don't
If it could be that I could stay forever yours, in your arms, there I would be constantly. If it could be that I could kiss away your fears, then I'd hold in my hands all of your tears. In my heart I feel my passion revealed. In your eyes I see that it's true.
And as time goes by, this moment survives, and I'm lost here with you. My passion revealed in your eyes, I know that it's true. And as time goes by, this moment survives, and I'm lost here with you. I'm lost with you. If it could be that I could stay forever yours, in your arms, there I would be constantly. If it could be that I could stay a million years,
Then your heart
would whisper sweet
into my ear.
Oh, my heart would whisper sweet
Into my
Thank you all for listening to us. Our last song is arranged by Carrie Marsh. It's called Sing a Song of Song. Thank you.
feet that squeak, squeak, day, at a bow, bow, down, 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 feet that bow, da da bow, bow, down.
That was fun. I had fun. I don't know if you noticed me back there bopping around a little bit. That's a good sign when a clinician does that. Awesome. So Ars Nova, great. And I'm not saying this because you sang a piece that I arranged, but I think that literature singing is top notch. It's really, really awesome. And I know that your director, I'm telling you this because your director spends a lot of time finding the perfect pieces for you to sing. I don't know if you know that or not, because there's a lot of time that goes into making sure that everything is right for you, for each of you. And it sounds like these three pieces fit you so well. My biggest comment has to do, I think, with overall balance sometimes is a little wonky. Guys are especially strong. Boy, I wish every high school group had a guys section like this. You guys are so strong, and you're all good singers. Everyone on the stage is a great singer. And rhythm section, you guys, I know some of you are new, like just joining just for this performance. But it's a really, you guys are doing a nice job supporting. So gentlemen, my only caveat to you is that sometimes the women are more important than you think. And women, you know this. I mean, it's just right after Valentine's Day, so this is a good time to talk about this. Sopranos, there's a mutual responsibility. Gentlemen, you have to be you still have to be energized, but sometimes your volume has to be, especially I noticed in the tenors, because tenors tend to cut through, because they're in that upper range. They tend to cut through, and sometimes that can overpower, especially when the ladies are a little lower in their range. So beware of that. Sopranos, it's a dual responsibility, so you have to energize your sound and step up a little bit. Too? Thank you. Wow. I hate to do this, but let's go to You Make Me Feel So Young. We might as well for 2 minutes. How about maybe a section? No, let's go right from the guy's entrance. You make me feel so young, right at measure 5 or whatever that is.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel that spring has sprung.
Be the focus now.
And every time I see you grin, I'm such
ladies,
a
here we go.
happy individual.
The moment that we speak.
Yeah, can we get more there? Let's go right from there. Just a little bit more volume, a little more presence, and especially, I noticed the guys are especially facial oriented. And ladies, it's not that you don't have some energy going on, but I think they're out energizing you right now. The moment that we speak. Can you put a little bit more lips into it? Lipsy sound. It's con lipso, I think is the Italian. Con lipso. Here we are, right from measure whatever that is, 12 or something.
The moment that we speak.
The moment that we speak.
I wanna go play hide and seek.
Huh?
I wanna go
Still
and
sopranos.
bounce the moon just like
Easy
a
tenors.
toy balloon. You
Lots of
and
consonant.
I
Are
are just like a couple of tots.
Great, good. You fixed it. You fixed it. That kind of thing, I think some of it has to do with just sopranos. I think you have to be more diva-ish. I never say that. I never say that to sopranos. But I think in this case, I think that melody is so important through all 3 of these pieces. The audience is never going to complain with too much melody. They'll never complain with too much melody, but if they can't hear the melody, then all of a sudden the cool underneath parts become too cool for their own good. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. It's not only a singing louder thing. It could be it could be a facial thing that all of a sudden ladies, your melody popped out there way more when you used a little bit more lips and a little bit more facial energy. So maybe that's half of it right there. Rhythmic breaths can also help you guys on a piece like this. You make me feel. You make me feel. Say it. You make me feel. And 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, you and I. This is a 1, 2. Oh, you and I are just like a couple of tots running across. Good. So it's running across. Running across. Good. Using those rhythmic breaths can make your singing groove that much harder. But if the breaths are kind of unconscious, if you're not really thinking about your breaths, then you can kind of accidentally ooze into your singing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that goes for every piece of music you ever sing that's in tempo. Rhythmic breaths, if you breathe in tempo and in groove, you will sing in groove. That's a general idea. I love your intimate singing on If It Could Be was awesome. I feel like, for whatever it's worth, I feel like you're singing this beautiful message to Mrs. Noonan instead of to the audience. So at a certain point, I think you all, because you're such musicians on the stage, I think you need to tell Mrs. Noonan that although you love her to be in front of you, because I can tell that, at a certain point, I think you need to tell her, we love you. Now let's do this ourselves, because I don't think you need her, and I know she doesn't want to hear that. She wants to know. She wants to feel needed, and it's a great thing. And her directing is perfect. It's beautiful. But you all don't need it. And I think your message of transmitting, if it could be that I could, whatever, a million years, I think you can transmit that to the audience and to each other better. I feel like you're singing it to her right now, and so we're in the audience kind of wanting a little bit more love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your shaping on that is awesome. Be careful not to sing on the R's, like yours, or years. So keeping on that pure yours, only starting to think about the ends of the words when they actually are happening, not too early. It's a real problem with ballads is that we tend to think about the end of the word before it's time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So sing on the pure vowels. I'm probably out of time, but they're not stopping me. So then are a bit strong on the counterlines. On Sing a Song of Song, I think you can kind of shape those long notes. Every one of these phrases ends with a long note. Da 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 ba da. Da, 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 da. You can start being bored, but if you actually have some sort of a shape there, I think you can keep energized through that, and now I'm out of time. Ha ha ha. She got me. Ars Nova, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
guys kick booty. Congratulations.
Thank you.